WCTO's law enforcement sources and our Esme Murphy about the groups that are causing unrest in the cities. Esme?
Well, obviously, Amelia and Frank, this is all a rapidly unfolding story, but we felt it was important for our viewers to know that while the violence has so far been contained to certain neighborhoods in the cities of Minneapolis and St. Paul, that could change. Multiple law enforcement sources tell WCCO they have intercepted intelligence that these horrifying scenes we've seen for the past few nights in Minneapolis and St. Paul could in fact unfold in other communities in the Twin Cities area. Specifically, multiple law enforcement sources tell WCCO they are concerned anarchist groups could try and expand their damage zone to other parts of the Twin Cities that have not yet been touched. This information is coming from law enforcement sources outside of the city of Minneapolis. The same sources tell us that law enforcement is monitoring anarchists online.
What up, you guys? Welcome back to Full Publications YouTube channel. As always, me, Rich. And what I want to talk about, well, the thumbnail, as you guys saw, was a warning for radical artists like myself to be careful, to be mindful. Someone like myself, especially as an anarchist, I've been an anarchist organizing for quite some time, and I really got into anarchism when I read Ricardo Flores Magon's writings. And, you know, that's even some of the reason why I got into a lot of the print media as well, with Ricardo Flores Magon, because of his print media and how much that impacted the Mexican Revolution and so on and so forth. I don't want to geek out on you guys. But so I'm used to that already. I kind of know how that goes. But it's just weird because you're starting to see it ramp up, right? Like, I might eventually become your guys' favorite terrorist YouTuber, right?
Smoldering as protests over racism and police brutality spark some of the country's worst civil unrest in decades. For President Donald Trump, the culprits are clear.
The violence and vandalism is being led by Antifa and other radical left-wing groups who are terrorizing the innocent, destroying jobs.
According to Trump, because I'm an anti-fascist. And like, these things start to add up. And like, originally this video was going to be called Fuck Etsy, because Etsy basically shut down some of my products due to the fact that they were anti-fascist, because they... Well, let me get the items for you. So here goes some of those items. This button. Let's see if we can get it into focus. This button won't kill a fascist, but I will. Kill your local piece of shit rapist. This sticker won't kill a fascist, but I will. And it's crazy because for someone like me that, like, trust me, like, the money is helpful because it helps you continuously do what you're trying to do. But, like, honestly, in all reality, it's kind of about the message.
It's not about money. It's about sending a message.
So in the last 2 months, I was getting hella sales for these stickers and buttons. And I'm sure people that follow me on Instagram have seen, like, I was getting them back to back, man. And I don't, you know, like, I don't mind giving out numbers, because I said it's not about the money for me. It's about the message. But, like, I cleared about, like, I want to say $60 on the buttons. You know what I mean? And, like, that was more fuel for me to do more. You know what I mean? And then fucking people started complaining that I'm fucking talking about killing people and blah, 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 blah. And so then, whatever. Etsy shut it down. They canceled my shit, you know what I mean? And like, I still had items up, but they weren't allowing me to put new things unless it was verified and it was okayed. Like, I don't know, like it just became too much. So what did I do? Well, like I said, like for me, I don't ever get stuck and put in a rut. So I immediately jumped over to Big Cartel. I have a Big Cartel shop now. If you guys want some of the unspeakable items from Etsy, fucking, you know, let me know. But I guess that's my warning for a lot of creatives that are radicals like me. It's only going to get worse. It's not going to get better. People like me, and I always think of, there's an anarchist writer that I like a lot called Enrico Malatesta. And he always talked about the radicals that are trying to play that fine line of being on the mainstream. Like, they always are the first to get gone. And so there's a reason why I write my anarchist writings in a pen name, right? And there's a reason why I don't necessarily talk about a lot of the hardcore radical organizing that I do. It's for my own safety. It's part of my security culture. But on top of that, even me openly stating that I'm an anarchist, me openly stating that I believe in property destruction, me openly stating that I'm against fascism, it's starting to become dubious and problematic. And so I really do hope that everyone kind of creates, especially as an artist, even as an artist, if you're a radical artist, please create some sort of security culture around yourself and what you do. You know, it gets deep, man, and these people are gonna protect their racist privilege. They're gonna protect their fucking privilege based upon money by any means necessary. And so with that being said, just take care of yourself, protect yourself. And like, guess what? Like, for someone like me, like, I don't get mad about the Etsy thing, man. Fuck it. Like, the day that they have feral publication gear, like in a Disney, that means one of two things. One, Disney is super fucking radical now, or two, feral publication sold the fuck out. And so me knowing that, understanding that, I know what my objective is. And I know that it's counterintuitive to the mainstream to easily adopt what I'm doing. You know what I mean? So when these fucking, you know, people were complaining to Etsy about my shit, you know, fucking being whatever the fuck, I don't know. I didn't read the complaints, you know what I mean? But fuck it, whatever. Who knows what the fuck they said. But when they did that, isn't that the point? Like, I'm here to disrupt and comfort. I'm here to make people feel uncomfortable with what I'm doing. You know? So, like, for me, that's kind of like a victory. Like, I won. Like, yeah, people bought the shit to fucking, you know, walk around letting motherfuckers know we ain't about fascism. Like, fuck you if you're a fascist, right? Love it. But then on top of that, fucking right-wing fascist fucks were on Etsy and seeing this shit and we're outraged. And it's like, yeah, fuck you. Like, we're not about that fascist shit, homie. And we out here and we are gonna win. But all right, you guys, that's all I got for you guys today, man. Please like, share, subscribe. Let people know what the fuck we're doing. And like I said, I got a big cartel shop now. So if you guys want to peep out what I got there, please let me know. These items are still available on my big cartel shop. Boom. All right, you guys. Lates.
Fight the fascists.